Hi there, and welcome to tonight's Year 6 transition evening. If we've not met before, my name is Mr. Owen, and I'm the principal at Long Sands Academy. And it's my great pleasure to welcome you to this evening. We're really disappointed that due to the pandemic, we can't currently welcome parents or carers into the building. It's always a pleasure to do so and to show off what we do and to celebrate our school community. The purpose of this evening in a remote setting, which I'm sure you can appreciate why we have to do it remotely. But the purpose of this evening is to appraise you of some of the key information about our school, both in terms of next week and the transition day itself, but also some key information for when your child or your children join us fully in September for what we hope will be a 7-year journey for the vast majority of our students. We're fully aware that parents and carers have entrusted us with your most treasured possession, your child or your children. And we take that responsibility really, really seriously. And our mission as a school is to make sure that students work hard, that they're kind, that they achieve more, and that through that we achieve our core purpose, which is to make sure that all students secure the best possible experience, learning, and outcomes. So at Long Sands then, we fully expect that students will drive for excellence relative to their ability. We have really, really high standards. And it's through these high standards of behaviour, a commitment to great standards of teaching, delivering what we term a knowledge-rich curriculum. That basically means that each subject delivers the core knowledge as part of their subject's traditions so that students have an entitlement to learn and to know much more about the world around them. We pride ourselves on the strong relationships that exist between staff, students, and their parents and carers. And as I said previously, all students, regardless of their background or personal circumstances, are really encouraged to achieve their academic aspirations. So essentially, become the best possible versions of themselves that they can be. Long Sands, as you may know, is part of the Australia Academy Trust. This is a family of 27 schools based in Cambridgeshire and in Yorkshire. And this relationship with the Multi Academy Trust means that staff are able to be exposed to some of the latest pedagogical thinking and curriculum ideas so that we can enrich your child or children to the best possible standard. As I said before, it's really important that we work in partnership together. That's school, home, and also students. And a cord of three can't be broken, can it? And as long as students and parents and school work closely together, we can ensure that your child or children enjoy themselves, achieve, and really do thrive during their secondary education. Hopefully you've had a chance already to view the information booklet that was sent out last week. That has a wealth of information that introduces you to the systems, to the processes of Long Sands Academy. And we hope that that will be a really useful resource over the next academic year. We also have various different ways in which you can communicate with us and we can communicate with you. Each week, for example, I send out a Principal's Weekly Bulletin, which reflects the events of the school and helps build the school into the local community. We'd really encourage you to read that in September when it's published every Friday. I'm going to also mention about the house system. Now, you may or may not know that Long Sands this academic year has celebrated its 60th birthday, and as part of that, we have rebirthed our house system. Each house is attached to a value of the school, and so when your child or children come to us in September, not only will they be given a form, but they'll be also allocated a house, and that will stay with them throughout their entire journey during their time at Longsands. And this is reflective of our great commitment to extracurricular activities, to educational visits, and also provides a variety of opportunities and experiences beyond the classroom from which our young people can really grow and benefit from. And we really encourage students to participate, to engage with the house system, to participate and engage in the wealth of opportunities that are available to them during their secondary years, to really meet new people, to develop friendships, and also enrich their experiences, both within the taught curriculum and beyond it as well.
Good evening. My name is Stephanie Hills and I am the Assistant Principal with overall pastoral responsibility. This evening I will be talking about the high expectations that we have of students at Longsands. The student support system at Longsands is designed to ensure that all students leave Longsands Academy not only with the best examination results they can achieve, but also as well-rounded citizens who can contribute positively to society and enjoy success in the future. We believe that all students are entitled to disruption-free learning every minute of every day, and that they should be safe and happy at the Academy. For this to be possible, it is essential that their behaviour is impeccable. We do have high expectations of our students because we want the best for each and every one of them, and we know that they are all capable of meeting this standard, regardless of their background or personal circumstances. We also believe it to be a priority that we have a role in teaching our students what excellent behaviour looks like in order to support them in being successful. The step up to secondary school will bring new expectations, and the learning of the behaviours we expect from students is an integral part of their transition process into Longsands. This ensures that there is clarity and that every student is confident in what is expected of them. At Longsands, we value and celebrate student successes with our reward system. Students are rewarded for demonstrating excellence in behaviour and learning. Rewards play a key part in ensuring that academy expectations are met and students take pride in their school. We believe that encouragement and praise are vital tools in the development of a young person, in particular in supporting positive mental well-being and also in building strong relationships between students and staff. The principal way of rewarding students on a day-to-day basis is through awarding house points. Students are then rewarded for the number of house points they have collected in each weekly year group assembly and a house celebration assembly every half term. Towards the end of each academic year, we hold our annual awards evening with special subject prizes. Students should expect to be rewarded for demonstrating excellent behaviour, but equally must expect sanctions to be applied if they fail to do so. We do not allow behaviour that is unsafe, might cause offence to others, or disrupts the learning of others, because every child and staff member in our academy deserves to feel safe, happy, and able to enjoy their time in school. In the majority of cases, we use a simple system of same-day detentions, which are swift and transparent. Parents and carers are notified that their child is in a detention at lunchtime to enable you to change end-of-day arrangements if necessary. This enables the student to complete the detention and return to the academy the next day with a clean slate and a fresh start. Your child's head of year, form tutor, student support officer and subject teachers are all there to support your child whilst at Longsands. We also have a specific behaviour manager who can offer additional individual or group support to students where required. To enable you to support both rewards and sanctions, we communicate behaviour and house points to parents on a daily basis via the Australia app. Sanctions can be a common concern for students moving up into secondary school. Whilst we hope that your child meets our expectations, if they do receive a sanction, please support them in reflection by discussing it and ensuring they view it as a learning opportunity for success in the future. We ask for your support of our policies and trust that we treat every young person fairly and always act in their best interests. I cannot emphasise enough the positive impact on young people when the Academy and parents work in partnership, are supportive of each other and communicate openly with mutual regard. At the start of each academic year, we ask you and your child to join us in the signing of a Home Academy agreement, which forms the basis of this partnership, outlining the responsibilities and commitment of each party. Further details regarding rewards and behaviour procedures are available to you in the Parent Handbook and on the website. We will also speak about these in further detail when I meet you in September at the Welcome to Year 7 evening. It was my pleasure to be able to speak to you, although virtually this evening. I hope to meet you in person very soon, and I will now hand you over to your child's head of year, Miss Saunders.
Good evening, and thank you for your attendance to our parent information evening. My name is Miss Saunders, and from September, I will be your child's head of year. I'm responsible for overseeing my year group's behaviour, attendance and progress, as well as providing pastoral support to students, working closely with their form tutors, subject teachers and the student support officers. In the Year 7 team, working alongside myself, we have Mrs. Gavigan, who is our designated student support officer. She can be found in student services throughout the school day, should the students have any concerns or worries. We also have our fantastic team of tutors. They take responsibility for ensuring the welfare of each member of their tutor group and are that friendly and familiar face for students as they will be seeing them every day. Most tutors will stay with their form throughout their 5 years at Long Sands, thus promoting a sense of stability and continuity of care for the pupils. Together, as a Year 7 team, our aim is that your child feels safe, happy and supported. As Mrs. Hills mentioned earlier, we ask that you encourage your child to communicate with us if there is anything affecting their welfare. We have a large support network consisting not only of the Year 7 pastoral team, but also many other staff in the academy. We can only provide the necessary reassurance, guidance and care if we are aware of any concerns. We understand that the move from primary school to secondary school can be daunting, not only for students, but also for parents and carers. Students will experience an increase in subjects, a variety of different teachers, and will need to get used to moving around the academy between lessons. So there are many changes, but please do remind the students of the positives that this can bring. Fantastic opportunity to learn interesting new things from a variety of subjects. They will form new friendships and will take part in activities that could well lead to a particular further study or career route. The usual timings of the day consist of 5 one-hour periods, 2 periods and then break, 2 periods then lunch, and 1 afternoon period. Following on from this, there is a multitude of extracurricular activities, and we really do encourage the students to take advantage of these. Within this school day, there is also a registration period with the student's tutor. The tutor will deliver a whole range of activities, including discussions around current affairs, providing updates through the use of the Student Weekly Bulletin, and also giving time for some literacy and reading activities. In addition, students will have a weekly assembly on selected topics. The school day has been amended slightly, as you can see at the bottom of this slide, due to COVID. And unfortunately, we're not sure how this will look in September, but please do be reassured that in the first couple of days in September, the tutors will go through student timetables with them, who their teachers are, where their lessons are, and then we'll also give a reminder of any key areas such as toilets, the canteen, and how to access myself and the student support officer. We expect students to uphold the highest standard of uniform. We are very proud of this academy and the part it plays in the community, and as a result, students should wear the uniform with pride to and from school and around the site. We hope that from the moment students first put on the Long Sands attire and thereafter for the next 5 years, they feel part of a school that will work extremely hard to help them progress and become well-rounded individuals. Full details of the Long Sands uniform can be found in the parent carer information pack. But also what will be really useful is to have a look at our website. Under the transition tab, there will be a video of the uniform being shown, and it will go through item by item. Shoes must be completely plain black with no logos and have a smart appearance suitable for office wear. Trainers and trainer style shoes are not acceptable. If you have any queries or questions about this, please do not hesitate to get in contact with us, even if you just want to check that they are suitable. On the bottom left-hand side of the slide, you will see our wonderful PE kit. Now again, details can be found in the parent carer information booklet regarding the PE kit. And this is really useful because it goes through what you are required to wear and what items are needed for each sport that the students participate in at Long Sands. Practical details that I'd like to share with you. It is advised that you add your child's full name to all equipment and clothing. We have over 1,500 students here, and it's much easier to return a lost item if we have a name on there. We do ask for your support with ensuring that your child has all the equipment they need to be successful for that day. It's a very new time for us with COVID, and the school equipment is something that we are really trying to manage very carefully. Please do watch the video on the website, again under the Year 6 Transition tab, which outlines all of the relevant equipment your child will need for their subjects. Something that's not on the slide but also really useful to talk about is please do begin to encourage your child right from the word go to be independent with packing their bag the night before school. This will ensure they have all the equipment, books and uniform ready. Year 7 students will receive a locker when they arrive in September, so please do provide them with a padlock. That can be either coded or one with keys. We generally recommend a coded padlock as the students can always share their code with their form tutor. At Long Sands, we operate a strict mobile phone policy. Mobile phones must not be seen, heard or used. We believe that limiting the use of mobile phones will foster greater social interactions amongst students, in particular at break and lunch times. It should also have a positive impact on the well-being of students as well as benefiting them academically. If you need to contact school, you can do so by calling reception or through our inquiries email, and that's so that we can ensure your query or concern is passed on to the necessary member of staff. We really pride ourselves on the high level of communication that we have with parents and carers, and you can see the numerous ways that we can communicate with you. Building a partnership between home and school is very important to us. Your child's best interests and progress is at the centre of our core values, and only by working together can we ensure problems are resolved effectively and efficiently. As you can see from the slide, there are many ways that we can communicate with you via telephone, letter, email, or even the website. And Parents' Evening are a fantastic opportunity for you to speak to your child's subject teachers. Students are assessed in many ways in order for us to check their learning and progress and to provide any additional support where required. At the beginning of Year 7, students will sit CAT tests, cognitive ability tests, which allow us and parents carers to better understand how students learn and what their academic potential might be. No preparation or revision is required. It is a diagnostic tool which will allow us to ensure the best academic support is in place for students in Year 7. During Year 7, 8 and 9, your child will complete mid and end of year tests. These are devised with the utmost care and they draw out knowledge and skills that they have learnt in their subjects over previous weeks and months. Students are supported with this process, and knowledge organisers are available to assist with their preparation for these mini assessments. On the slide are some key dates, but before obviously your child starts with us in September, we are really looking forward to meeting them on the transition days next week. Mrs. Simpson will be speaking to you very, very shortly with regards to those transition days and the logistics around them. I hope the students are looking forward to this day. It is a really good opportunity for them to meet new people, begin new friendships, and familiarise themselves with the staff and the site. I know many will be feeling anxious or worried, and please be assured that this is a familiar feeling to all new Year 7 students, but they will soon adjust to the expectations at secondary school and feel comfortable and supported as they begin this exciting journey. Please see a poster for some upcoming workshops being offered to parents of children who are starting Year 7 in September. The workshops last roughly around an hour and includes tips for parents on how to support their child with this really exciting next step. Thank you very much for listening, and I'm now going to pass you over to Mrs. Simpson.
Good evening, my name is Mrs. Simpson and I'm the Transition Coordinator at Long Sands, which means I oversee the process of students moving from Year 6 into Year 7. I just want to give you some additional information regarding our transition days, which we're holding next week. All of this information has been sent out to you in an email as well. We are now offering one transition day for all students in order to maintain the primary bubbles. You'll be invited in for, your son or daughter will be invited in for a transition day based on their primary school. On Tuesday, we have Crossall, Roundhouse, Great Paxton, Middlefield, Bushmead, Kimbolton and Moggahanger joining us, and Wednesday is Priory, Little Paxton, Newton, Win Hills, Amesbury, Kimbrook, Great Staunton, St Mary's and Offord. Just a few key points in terms of the transition days. Your son or daughter should arrive at school for between 8:30 and 8:40 and they need to line up at the back of the new build, so RM block. We recommend that students access the site through our Kings Lane entrance because that's the closest entrance to the N block. If you're not familiar with the site, then we do have a map and a tour also on the school website which you can use just to see where your son or daughter needs to go. Unfortunately, parents and carers are not allowed on site, so if you're able to drop your son and daughter off before the green gates, please. Students will need to wear their current uniform. They will need to bring a packed lunch. If your son or daughter is in receipt of free school meals, they will be provided with food on the day. Students should also bring a water bottle and a mask that they will need to wear when moving around the school building, and should also bring a raincoat in case the weather isn't very favourable. Students will have an opportunity to be with a tutor for 2 lessons during the day. This may not be their tutor for September due to the restrictions with the primary bubbles. They will be able to see their tutor during a final assembly that we hold at the end of the day. They will also have 3 lessons during the day, so be able to experience some of the lessons that we have here at Long Sands. And the day will finish at 3:10, so they will be able to be collected or walk home at that point. If you do have any questions following the information, then please do email us. So if you use the email address inquiries@australia-longsands.org. Just a couple of things. please do remember to order your uniform with plenty of time for it to be delivered before September. And also, please, can you make sure that the data sheet has been completed before your son or daughter's transition day? It is vital that we have all of the key contact details for you before they join us for that day. I'm now going to run through the information which the tutors will have shared in their tutor sessions. So, first, it's important just to confirm what the role of the tutor is. So the tutor is our first point of contact for you and also for your son or daughter. And if there are any questions or queries or anything that you need help with, please do contact the tutor as your sort of first point of call. Our tutors are friendly and familiar face that your son or daughter will see every day. They'll spend 20 minutes a day with their tutor. The tutor will be there to deliver key messages to students daily. They will also lead tutor time activities, and they're there to support students through their time at secondary school. They're the person who will be there to listen to them, to help them, to encourage them and support them during their time with us at Long Sands. They're also available to help and discuss any concerns and offer reassurance. In terms of the tutor time activities, we have a wide range of activities which tutors lead during the form time. So we would have an assembly once a week. We also have activities, for example, there are a range of literacy activities and numeracy activities. We also have this year invested in Votes for School, which is a platform that we use to discuss current affairs. Students have a chance to debate a particular current affair and then get a chance to vote. So, for example, a recent one was, should under 13s have access to Instagram? We also use tutor time to share the student weekly bulletin so they can keep up to date with things that are going on in the academy. Tutors are also there to do equipment and uniform checks. As we've spoken about already, then our uniform we wear with pride, and we expect students to keep that in good condition. Tutors will be there to do regular checks to make sure that that is the case. And also, as mentioned before, it is important that you do name all of your uniform for your son or daughter, just in case it goes missing, as it's much easier to return it. All of our uniform information is on the website. It's also in the parent and carer booklets. And also on our website, we have a video which shows all of the uniform requirements. As an extra help for students, all students will be provided with a handbook, and that includes a map of the school, and it's also somewhere that students will be able to record their timetable. I know finding their way around the school is something that a lot of students are anxious about when they start with us in September, but they always learn their routes and where they need to go really quickly. But the map is there as an extra backup, and obviously all members of staff and students would be able to help if they did get lost. We do have also on the website the interactive map and the tour, which might be a good resource for you to spend some time with your son and daughter going over, so that they can just really familiarise themselves with the school site. As part of being a tutor, we are also keen on making sure that students have really good attendance in order to maximise student progress. So tutors are also there to monitor attendance. That's something I think which it's useful to discuss with your son and daughter, the importance of attending school regularly and being punctual. At Longsands, we love to reward students. We give rewards such as in terms of house points, and we celebrate student success every half term. We also promote healthy competition, and that comes through tutor groups as well. So we have things like interforms and inter-tutor group competitions, sports days and charity events, and all sorts of things where students can get involved in. I would say that there are lots and lots of extra opportunities at Longsands, both in that respect and also in terms of extracurricular activities, and really would encourage your son and daughter to get involved. There's such a range of clubs, for example. I'm sure there'll be something that they would be interested in. It's also a great way to meet new people. I'll end there. Just a final reminder that if there is anything that we can do to help support you, either now with the transition up to Longsands, or once you're here in September, then please don't hesitate to get in contact with us. Thank you very much.